But this portal is not unique to, or the concept of supplier portal is not unique to Tesco's. Others have portals to some extent or another, and this is Marks and Spencer's supplier exchange, so Plan A supplier exchange, and it has a similar range of guidance as, has a similar range of guidance as the Tesco. Again, good practice, monitoring forms, and so on. It has as this food sustainability framework, of which from a climate change perspective, the environment one is perhaps more relevant, but there are also ones looking at social issues. And it's got a food supplier scorecard, which works on a similar principle as Sainsbury's, in that according to how many items in checklist suppliers meet, they are classified as bronze, silver, or gold. ASDA also have a Plan A innovation fund, which provides ideas to help them or their suppliers reduce carbon. So they're chucking some money at it as well. So again, if you're a Marks and Spencer's supplier and you're not on the Plan A supplier exchange, then you should try and get onto it. And ASDA, who are part of the Walmart family, they also have guidance for their suppliers. And as a starting point is a questionnaire that they sent out, I think 1 or 2 years ago, which they call the Supplier Sustainability Assessment. And it had 15 questions around energy costs and greenhouse gas emissions, waste arisings, resource efficiency, and people and community. And these kind of provide the basis for driving efficiencies. But in Walmart's site, they have their environment section, or the sustainability section. They have a wide range of webcasts and case studies around what some of their suppliers are doing, so best practice sharing, but they also have, for example, energy audits and guidance on energy efficiency that is available to their suppliers. But of course, you can, if you're a manufacturer, there are other avenues of support, and these include funded programs such as, or funded through people like the Energy Savings Trust, Carbon Trust, Zero Waste Scotland, particularly the former EnviroWise program, and the RAP work on Court agreement and packaging and things like that. So in addition to supermarkets, there's a whole wealth of support out there that you can access. And of course, you can come and talk to us at the Sustainable Food and Drink Program, and we can help you with your carbon footprint. So just to finish off, we have 2 case studies, and these will highlight how some Scottish manufacturers have implemented a wide range of initiatives that align them with their clients' environmental commitments. The first example is Tio. They have a contract to supply organic carrots to Tesco's, and they started off with looking at Tesco's guide for suppliers. So these guys had the kind of the organic stroke agricultural side of things pretty buttoned down, and this was for their washing plant and pack house. So they started off by looking at what Tesco required them, and around that time they'd also got a new utilities manager and a company to help them buy electricity, and this organization suggests that they get a free energy audit from the Carbon Trust, and that audit identified a range of initiatives that they could deliver. Subsequently, TU, through the Green Business Partnership, had a student placement to look at costing the recommendations from the Carbon Trust report and just raising general awareness. And as a student went around the organization learning about how people used equipment and why they didn't switch it off at particular times in the day, they noticed that their energy consumption started to fall. And by the time they got to their Energy Awareness Week, they'd already delivered a 10% reduction. They have subsequently went out and invested in for example, LED lighting, and they will deliver another 10% reduction. And now they're moving on to other energy efficient equipment and initiatives. TU asked us to look at their carbon footprint and identify where they should focus their efforts, where else they should focus their efforts. And the footprint revealed that waste and refrigeration were areas they could focus on, and if they managed to divert the waste they landfill, which is soil and packaging, plastic from the carrots that come in, they would not only get very close to becoming zero waste, but they would also deliver 32 they would also cut their waste-related emissions by over 30%. And in refrigeration was another area of concern, and it was a bit of a surprise. And it was an area that, with improved maintenance and better leak detection, emissions can be significantly cut. Combined by looking at their electricity, how they manage their waste, and how they maintain their fridges, TU are in line to deliver almost 37% reduction in their corporate footprint as measured. When they had their Energy Awareness Week, they also they invited the Energy Savings Trust to speak to their staff about efficient driving. So they had the Energy Saving Trust driving simulator, and they also went on then to make energy meters available to all staff, and for staff to borrow, which is quite an interesting one, because one of Marks and Spencer's, although TU don't work with Marks and Spencer's, Plan A objectives is to make home energy monitors available to each member of staff. So TU are pursuing similar initiatives, but within their own context. So that's pretty cool. The other company that's a great example is McSween Haggis of Edinburgh, and they take a really proactive stance on environmental initiatives. And through energy efficiency, a wide range of measures, they've cut their energy intensity of each of their output by 20%. They've purchased new cooking equipment, which has delivered a 15% reduction in gas. Through process changes, they've managed to recycle 90% of their waste, and by October 2011, they hope to achieve 100% diversion. The limit is finding a partner that can handle one of their waste streams. Also, as a result of that process change, they now generate income from a significant proportion of their wastes. So waste stops being a cost and becomes an income stream. And through water efficiency and also process change, they've delivered a 30% reduction in water use. But they haven't stopped there. They have taken these achievements and they've produced a sustainability report, which would put them on par with any of the multinational large corporations. So McSween Haggis are really doing a lot, and if they were to evaluate, which I'm sure they have, their performance against any of their customers' requirements, they would rank quite highly. So implementing environmental initiatives is saving the money, but also consolidating their relationship with their clients. And this brings us to the end. In summary, there's widespread recognition that climate change is a huge challenge. The food sector in the UK is in important contributor to or important source of greenhouse gases. Consumers want products that don't necessarily contribute to climate change, and the supermarkets recognize this, and they also recognize that they are well positioned to help reduce society's impact or greenhouse gas emissions, and they're taking action at a corporate level, supply chain, and by making it easier for their consumers to reduce their own carbon footprints. And within this, there are naturally many opportunities for suppliers to cut costs and align themselves with their clients, the supermarkets' environmental initiatives. So we have questions and answers. The webcast will end here, but we've transcribed, we'll transcribe all the questions and answers onto the website, and if you're not watching this live, then you'll be able to ask your own questions, and we will respond them through our website. So thank you for watching. We hope you found it of interest, and if you'd like any clarification or you'd like to work with us, please get in touch. Thank you.